Welcome to Homework Lib.
Hi, so in this case what we are going to have is a titration of a strong base with of a strong acid with a strong base. So what we are starting with is a 35 milliliter sample of 0.175 molar concentration of HBr that is going to be titrated with a zero point 0.2 molar solution of potassium hydroxide. So for part A, we're as the initial pH is simply the concentration of H plus in HBr of hydronium ion. The pH at the beginning, it doesn't matter the volume that we have, is the concentration of H0 plus. This is a strong acid, so it dissociates completely, giving us a value of 0.76, running out to 2 decimal points. So next up, let's go with part B. In B, we have what is going to be the volume of added base required to reach the equivalence point. So to reach equivalence point, the amount of mole of H3O plus present in the solution needs to be equal to the amount of mole of OH minus that we are adding. How do I calculate that? Well, we can get the amount of mole of H3O plus as the volume expressed in liters. So we need to use a conversion factor. 1 liter has 1000 milliliters times the concentration of the acid that we are beginning with, right? So we have 6.125 times 10 to the minus 3 mole of H3O plus at the very beginning. We need to add the same amount of OH minus to reach the equivalence point. Thus, how do I find what volume do I need to use? Well, simply we need to divide the amount of mole by the concentration of OH minus to get the volume of OH minus that we need to add. So this is 6.125 times 10 to the minus 3 divided by a 0.2 molar concentration, right? This is mole, and we're going to get the result directly in liters. So 0.0306 liters, which it's equal to 33.06 milliliters. So that is going to be the volume that we require for part B. Next up, in C, we are asked what is the pH after adding 10 milliliters of base or of OH minus. In order to do that, we need to know the amount of mole of OH minus that we added. That is simply 10 milliliters. I'm going to use directly the conversion to liters, multiplying by times 10 to the minus 3, times our concentration, which is going to give us 2 times 10 to the minus 3 mole of OH minus. Oh, here just a quick correction. This is 30.6, no, not 3.06. 30.6. Okay. Okay. So we can proceed with our ice table. We have HBr plus KOH. I'm going to use this form just to make it a little bit simpler. This is going to produce water plus KBr, right? This is the same thing as doing the H plus OH minus reacts to produce water. At the end of the day, the salt is going to be dissolved in solution, so it really doesn't matter. And if you want to be like more accurate, this would be actually H3O plus instead of H plus direct, right? And it would generate two equivalents of water. Okay, so it doesn't matter which one we choose. Let's pick up the first one just for sake of using all of the elements that we are employing here and to make it more clear for the concentrations. So we're going to do our ice table in mole instead of in concentrations. Okay, and at the very end is when we are going to find the final values. Okay, remember that HBr it's essentially just H3O plus. Okay, so that is the amount that we need to get at the end. So at the very beginning, the amount of mole of HBr that we have, we already calculated it, is this. So we have 6.125 times 10 to the minus 3. Of OH minus, we have 2 times 10 to the minus 3. Of water and salt, we have 0. The amount of change, the limiting reagent is the OH minus, so minus 2 times 10 to the minus 3, minus 2 times 10 to the minus 3. Water doesn't matter, it's a pure substance, and the salt, in this case, we really did not care too much about it. So at equilibrium, we're going to have 4.125 times 10 to the minus 3, something close to 0. Water is just a pure substance, and here we will have 2 times 10 to the minus 3 of the salt, but we really are not going to use it. So now, using this amount of mole, we are going to divide to find the concentration of H2O plus that we're going to have in solution. This is going to be the amount of mole that we end up at equilibrium divided by the final volume. The final volume is 35 milliliters plus 10 milliliters that we added, so 45 milliliters, and converting those milliliters into liters. So we end up with 9.16 periodic molar concentration. Thus the pH is simply minus the logarithm of that value, which is 1.04. Okay, so next up for part C, for part D, at the equivalence point, the only thing that is going to change is that if we look at the ice table, the initial amount would be exactly the same. So we're just going to end up with water, and the equivalence point for a titration of a strong acid with a strong base, the pH is going to be equal to 7, because the only compound that we have is going to be water, and the dissociation of water tells us that the pH needs to be equal to 7. So for part D, we have the result directly. And for part E, we want to know the pH after adding an excess of 5 milliliters. Okay, so in order to know the pH at that point, we need to know the amount of OH minus that is going to be in excess in terms of mole. This is going to be 5 times 10 to the minus 3 liters. This is the volume. convert directly, times my concentration of 0.2. So this becomes 1 times 10 to the minus 3 mole of OH minus. That is the amount that we're going to have in excess. Okay? That means that if we do again a rise table with our H2O plus OH minus producing 2 equivalents of water, at the very beginning, I'm going to have a value of 0. What was it? 6.125 times 10 to the minus 3, right? 6.125 times 10 to the minus 3. Of OH minus, at the beginning, I'm going to have that same amount plus the amount of excess that we added. And that amount of excess is 1 times 10 to the minus 3. The amount of change, let's emphasize that this is all in mole. Now the limiting reagent is going to be the acid. So the amount of change is 6.125 times 10 to the minus 3 minus 6.125 times 10 to the minus 3. So at equilibrium we have essentially 0. We have 1 times 10 to the minus 3. And water is a pure substance, so it doesn't matter for these calculations. Okay? So now what we need to do is with this number, with that amount of mole, we need to divide it by the final volume after the equivalence point. So we said that we are starting with 35 milliliters. To reach the equivalence point in the first calculation, we said that we needed to add 30.6 milliliters. And then we went ahead 5 more milliliters of our solution. So this is going to be our final volume. Okay? So this is a final volume of 70.6 milliliters, which is 0.0706 liters. Okay? Or in scientific notation, 7.06 times 10 to the minus 2 liters. The concentration of OH minus is going to be 1.416 times 10 to the minus 2 molar. We can calculate the POH as minus the logarithm of that concentration. Which gives us a POH of 1.85. And the pH plus the POH needs to be equal to 14. Thus, pH is 14 minus POH, which is 12.15. And this is going to be our final pH for the last step. And that will be all.